Here we are, we're back at the beautiful job here at Springfield. Remember we were here, we installed a new set of stairs and a new flyover roof. What we've actually done to come back here, we built on an existing deck. And this existing deck had timber joists here. And what we're going to do is zoom in on some of the joists, and you can see that water damage that's been done to the timber here. So the Adaptit crew have come back and we're going to replace these timber joists and the timber beams here with metal RHS beams. And as you can see, the weather's done to these joists. Shano's just gonna... This is why we tend to stray away from using timber, because this deck's not that old and that can happen to your deck if you use timber joists. So we're going to rip up all these deck boards and lay some new RHS joists so we'll have a nice solid deck, and hopefully they won't end up like that. TV returns, just looking at the deck here. We've obviously ripped up all the decking boards and exposed all the damaged timber here. So we're just going to be taking them out shortly. We're just here just to show you what we're up to at this stage. We'll be back later on showing you the metal joint. New developments here at the job at Springfield. As you can see here, there is no joists left here. We've dismantled all those. We've managed to take down the old bearer and replace, with the customer's request that they be hardwood bearers for aesthetic reasons, we have replaced with big, they are 75 by 300 timber bearers. They're very heavy. We've managed to get a couple of them up already. We've just got two. We're going to have RHS joists in here for longevity and for strength, as long with the aesthetics of the timber hardwood beams there. I'll get another video from downstairs in a minute, but just showing you basically an empty deck. I don't know if the camera's going to do this justice, but just thought I'd show you here. This is the timber beam that the clients requested that we use. And this is a reason why we tend to stay away from the timber bearer. As you can see there, that's got about a 10 to 15 mil bow in it, which can be dealt with. What we've done over this, on this one, we've bolted our metal angle to it. Shadow's in the way there, but you can see our metal angle here. If I look along that, it's actually, this one did have the same 10 to 15 mil bow in the timber. You can still see a little bit of a bow in it, but it's a little bit better with the bracing of the metal angle there. But if I go down to our steel joist, you can see that's as dead straight as an arrow there. Perfect. Really easy to work with. No more humps and bumps. Nice and straight, level surface to work with. That's why we prefer the RHS over the Cooper. Keeping an eye on us here, making sure we're doing quality work here. Here we can see, this is back on the inside underneath the deck where we constructed this landing. You can see our 5 mil angle here, which we've just got it tacked up there at the moment, but we're going to be putting bolts through that to hold to our timber beam, and that supports our RHS joists. We'll whack triple grips on that for the strength. We've just got two tacked there just to hold that beam up. We'll go through and fill them in later on. We've still got to remove this far bearer over here. We'll cross back when we get the last bearer has come up. We've just got it clamped here at the moment, and we've had to notch around the existing posts because the old bearers were 45 mil wide, but these new ones are 75 mil. So every post on this job we've had to do a notch out so the outside edge is the same as the existing one. So now it's just time to fill in all the joists. Got a few more bolts to put in back into the posts, then we're ready to go to start decking. We're at the front of the job at Springfield here, and also, as well as doing the back deck, we've also had to replace this small front deck here. Basically what we've got to do is notch out our joist to sit next to these existing brackets, and we're going to attach our 5mm angle along that metal beam there to replace that with our RHS joists, and then put some fresh decking boards on whilst using the existing handrail and stainless. Just a quick update on what we're up to on the Springfield deck. We've just finished in all our joists, RHS joists here. As you can see, we're just starting on the decking boards. So a couple of hours from now, hopefully, we'll have it all nicely trimmed out, new decking, and we'll get these posts back up here. And the clients will be able to use the rest of their just showing you here how we're capping off the end of the decking on the angled side here. A couple of obstacles of these palings that have come up. They're in sort of a weird position they are. So what we've done, we've had a bit bigger of an overhang of the decking here, and we've just used a couple of our timber offcuts as packers to build it out. And we've just skimming along here. We've had a nice little neat finish with a board width here. Board width between these three, just to cap the end of the deck off rather nicely. We're underneath the small deck at the front of the house here, and we've just finished doing the top of the deck. But we thought we'd come underneath and show you. There's our notch outs on our joists that we've done over that brick wall there. And we've come up here and we've got our RHS sitting on our angle up here and here, and I'll go back on top and show you the finished product. Back on top of the small deck at the front. See, not much has changed from what was originally there. It's just got the stability of the joists, the RHS joists underneath. We've just replaced with new boards on top. Well, here we are at Springfield. This is the deck done on completion. The only thing that has to be done here now is the floor sander is coming in, and he's just going to go over this whole deck. So obviously the new and the old boards go and match, and they're going to reseal the whole deck again. So these should match up to be the same colour after a good sand and a good coating of oil. Not really much new to show up here, because this has just replaced what was already here. We'll go down underneath and show you what it looks like down there. The only thing we've done a little bit different on this job, we've just added these 3 boards here to finish off, to cover up this bearer here, make it nice and neat. And we come down under the deck here and see these are our nice steel RHS joists. If you remember the old timber joists there, they weren't going to be sitting up there much longer in the condition they were, so these steel joists aren't going anywhere. And that's Adaptit TV over and view from the backyard of the job at Springfield. Awesome structure.